Woo! What's going on, guys? So I'm late, a couple minutes late. I'm running behind. Just not sure what was going on here. I'm a hot mess right now. Running behind, but I'm good now. I'm here. What's going on, everybody? Not many people in the building. I wasn't sure if I was going to have anybody on tonight. Quick shout out to Michael Mike, man. His father passed. Yeah, man, it sucks to have a family member die, man. So quick shout out to Micro Mike. We'll have a little moment of silence for his pops, man. Yeah, man. All right, man. Micro Mike's got you in our hearts, buddy. Got you in our hearts, brother. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? I get it, bro. I understand. I wasn't sure if I was going to have anybody in tonight. I did put the link up. I just put it just now. I was kind of running behind. I didn't know what was going on. So if you guys can hear me, what's going on, man? Andrew Lunsford, what's going on, brother? Bash Darwin, let's go, buddy. Oh, Giorgio, Manus Elite Show, what's up, man? Got a lot of new content coming. Awesome. Bryce S, what's up? 9 Drinks. Tone T, hey, Mark. Links up, man. I got really nothing written down, though. I wasn't sure what we were going to do. Wasn't sure if I was going to go solo or nothing like that. I got nothing really written down too much. Going to have another chat take over. Not too much to talk about, man. So we're seriously, man. I'm waiting on camp, man. That's why I kind of haven't put any videos out lately. You know what I mean? I've just been kind of waiting. You know what I mean? Got a couple stuff on queue that I'm going to be dropping soon. But the videos have been kind of, I've been dropping, instead of dropping every other day, I've been dropping like every 3-4 days. So the videos will start coming, guys. For sure, man. It sucks. How you like the Tigers' #1 draft? We got lucky. Joby Jackson, I like him, man. He's a thing about the high school kids. I understand how people get upset about high school draft picks, especially power arms. If you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Sometimes I can't tell if you guys are hearing me, man. So yeah. The thing with Joby Jackson, whatever his name is there, that kid from high school, it's a small window. Kids only pitched like really a year or so, something like that, against high schoolers. But the kid's different, man. He's built different. You know what I mean? He's not a huge kid, only like 6'2", 190 or something like that. So he might grow in their inch or so, get a little bigger mass, obviously. But I think the kid is pretty good. Are you talking about Ty Madden? I like him, man. The kid out of Texas. Okay. Yeah, the kid out of Texas, for sure. Let's say Alan Dana. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Jorge, what up, brother? One Pride 40 in the building. What's up? Tone T coming in. What's up, brother? How you doing, Tone? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, Mark? How you doing, brother? How you doing, man? It's just me and you tonight, dude, I think. Yeah. But Madness,
I figured it.
Just what's that, buddy?
I saw, yeah, I kind of figured it would probably be only us.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, he's talking about Ty Madden. I'll just get this real quick. Ty Madden's good, man. It's a kid out of Texas. Kid's got another power arm. He should be good. He was the ace of that Texas team in college. So he's a guy that'll probably be ready faster than Jackson. So expect him up in a couple of years. But these guys it's going to be a crazy rotation in the next couple of years, Madness. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, he's legit for sure. So what's going on, Ty? What's going on, Tone? How you been doing, man?
I've been doing good, man. Just looking at stuff. Finally, actually started looking at this Aaron Rodgers situation, and I was wondering if it was deeper than it was, but it wasn't.
Right.
Basically, apparently he was cited for last year's draft, which is surprising to me because the Packers ain't draft good in years.
Right.
They lucked into getting him. They literally said, they wanted to trade the pick. They couldn't trade the pick, and they didn't know who to took. So they just took him.
Well,
Like
when they took Rodgers?
yep,
Really?
yep. They was like,
Wow.
there was like one person wanted him, but everybody else was like, we don't want him. We think he's bad. And like they lucked into getting you. Why are you surprised that they're bad at drafting?
Yeah. So what's going on with that situation? I heard I heard a little bit about it today that he turned down more money to get 2-year extension. Not about the money, he just wants out. So is he out or is he what's he doing? Is
I don't know
he coming
because
back? What do you think?
I'm split right now because I always knew it was never about the money. It was kind of obvious to me it was never about the money. They came
Right,
out like
same here.
it came out the reports months ago that they was gonna offer him Mahomes money, but I was like, I don't think he cares about the money right now.
Right.
I don't think the money is the problem. I think he just has a problem with the way y'all are doing business, drafting and free agency. And it's weird because a lot of people, I stumbled into the fact apparently he was with AJ Hawk, and he says he think Rodgers is coming back, which I'm kind of with him because I'm like, if Rodgers really wanted to leave, I feel like it would have been better for him to leave last year, where his trade value was way lower. Trade value was way lower. More teams are looking for quarterbacks, but I feel like he would have been. I feel like that would have been a better time to go. Um, Even now, he he says he wants to go, but like he hasn't really forced their hand yet. They kind of just, they just kind of been. The Packers haven't really been taking this that seriously, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing about him leaving. But at this point, I'm kind of convinced that he might be staying, especially because it seemed like the whole roster it seemed like he has the whole the support of the roster, which is kind of a
It
bad thing.
does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's a bad thing for them, especially because certain guy who really has his side is Devontae Adams.
Right.
And if I remember right, Devontae Adams don't have a contract for next year.
He's a free agent, buddy.
If I remember right now,
He is. Yeah, you're right. You're
I can't
remembering
tell the
right, bro.
future. Can't tell the future, but pretty sure if Aaron Rodgers leaves, he might want to either go with him or he might try to eventually go with him. So if you lose Aaron Rodgers, probably lose Devontae Adams and some other receivers too, and some other players. The first day of OTAs,
For sure.
the top 5 wide receivers on the depth chart didn't show up. Now that's a sign. That's not coincidence.
Sure.
That is a sign to the front office. Do not get rid of this guy. We want him to stay. So I don't know. It's as much as he says he wants to leave, a lot of things are pointing at that he probably will end up staying.
It just doesn't seem like he's the type of guy though that's just gonna just kind of forget about everything and just show up to work. I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know the man. Like we all don't know him really, but he seems like the type of guy that's not really gonna just bite the bullet and go, okay, I'll take a risk and play one more year here. Well, what if you don't? What if you don't do what you did like the year before? Like that. Like how many years does he have on his contract? 2, 3?
I think it's like 2.
2?
I think it's this year and next year. I don't know if he has a year after that, but I know he definitely has 2.
I just don't understand why they just don't trade him. Just start again. Just start a rebuild.
I think they might. Maybe they know. I was about to say maybe they know that without Rodgers they wouldn't be anything. But if that's true, then they would have handled the situation already.
Exactly. Hey, they're the ones that drafted Jordan Love. Like they're going to have to either bite the bullet on that. They're going to have to do something. Like they're going to have to go, okay, we're going to have to trade Aaron Rodgers and just play Jordan Love. I know everybody's going to be mad. Everyone's going to be pissed, but this is a business. This is not a we gotta coddle everybody on the team type thing. Like I get it. Like some teams, like some players are going to be upset, but he's 38 years old, and I'm not saying he's done because he doesn't look like he is at all. Like not even close. Because he can go 4 or 5 more years easy. But you guys drafted Love. Like you got to see what you got in this kid now. I don't know, man. It just seems like a situation that I don't even know what to say. I can't even tell if he's coming back. I can't tell. He doesn't seem like a guy that's just going to come in and go, all right, I'll play one more year. And then when he loses Devontae Adams next year, Because what's he going to do? Is he going to force them? Okay, well, you better sign Devontae Adams now.
It's not
Well,
like the
then maybe
Packers
I'll
have
stay.
had a history of keeping their good players. They let those guys go for some reason.
It's such a confusing thing, I think, with this Aaron Rodgers garbage that's going on, that I think a lot of people don't know what's going on. There's guys on Twitter that can't even figure it out, man. And they're Packers media. And they don't even know. They're like, we don't know. We don't have a clue. He's like, he's not talking to anybody. He's like, he's not like telling anyone anything. He's not telling the media. He's not telling his friends. And if he's telling his friends are keeping it shut. They're not saying a word. So I don't know, man.
The Packers got to know. Well, the Packers, they got to know.
They have to have an idea, right? They have to have an idea.
I mean, there's no way. If they don't, then that's a bigger problem. You don't know what your franchise quarterback is upset with you about.
Well, I think they know what he's upset about. He wants people fired. He wants that Gutekunst. Well, I can't say his name. That German dude, that Gutekunst, or I don't know what to say his name. He wants him fired. He wants Mark Murphy fired. The GM and the president, whatever they are, right? That's what they are, right? The president and the GM?
Yes.
So he wants them fired. That's the rumor. So I don't think the Packers they still haven't done it according to my watch. They're still on the Packers organization. So like he's just going to come back in the building and go, okay, since you guys didn't fire him, okay, let's go one more round. Let's see what happens. I don't know, man. I got a feeling he just might sit out. I just have a feeling he just might say, screw it. I'm not coming back.
The Packers are in a lose-lose situation.
It is a lose-lose
because if you lose, if you trade Rodgers, a lot of your team is going to be unhappy and probably going to leave a lot. And if you keep Rodgers, let's say you do something to that 2-year extension. Now you've got Jordan Love. When is he going to play? I mean, if Rodgers
this will be what, year 3? This will be year 3 now?
I think this is
year 2.
Year 2, but let's say Rodgers did accept that 2-year extension. Then now you got Jordan Love. He gonna hit free agency, and we ain't gonna see him play once.
Exactly. Number 2, man. Rodgers sat for 2-3 years as well under Favre. Yep. So I'm not saying Jordan Love's any type of Aaron Rodgers. I'm just saying the situation is the same. So I don't know, man. This is messed up. It's just a messed up situation. It doesn't. Rodgers is being tight-lipped about it. He's not telling a soul. So I don't know. Like I don't know what to think.
I used to saw something earlier. I actually saw something earlier, and they was talking about how this is very similar to what happened with Brett Favre. I was like, it kind of is in a way. They ended up drafting his replacement. Well, they didn't.
Yep.
In that situation, they didn't even want to draft his replacement. In this situation, they moved up to. It's kind of different in that way, but you draft the guy's replacement, and now you're stuck in a problem like, well, we got this guy who's still playing at a great level. We got this guy on the bench. We don't even know who we got.
Yeah, and it ended kind of ugly. And it ended kind of ugly for Favre too, a little bit, man. When he left Green Bay, there was words being thrown around. Him and Rodgers apparently didn't get along. I guess that's been debunked a little bit along the years. Been a little bit overblown, but I'm sure it was there because and Rodgers, I guess, has even came out and said he doesn't want to be a mentor to people. Like he doesn't want to be the guy to be like the guy you look to and say and ask questions. I guess that's been kind of known. So I don't know how his relationship is with Jordan Love. He says he gets along with him. Does he? I don't really know. But Rodgers, to me, seems like, just from watching the guy over the years, seems like the type of guy that and hearing about him, just seems like the type of guy that's kind of unapproachable, I think. I don't know. I think he would be. I think he'd be one of those guys that's very unapproachable. But I don't know, man. It's a situation that camp starts, 2 weeks? Camp starts in 2 weeks for everybody, pretty much?
That's gonna be quite an interesting thing to see who show up to that and how that go.
Yeah, like what's he gonna do? Just walk through the doors? Like he's just gonna walk through the doors in 2 weeks and go, everything's all right? I don't think it works like that, but one guy that could do it, I guess it's him because he's so good. He's such a good football player, but I don't know, man. I think it's both sides. It seems like they're doing it wrong, I guess.
I think the most likely thing is probably that Rodgers comes back. I mean, he's dealt with them for so long,
right?
That I feel like he just gonna probably gonna bite that bullet. And it don't seem like an Aaron Rodgers thing to do, but Aaron Rodgers has dealt with the Packers so long, and he's shown everything that he wants to be a Packer, even though he might not agree with a lot of the moves. I mean, they let a lot of his closest friends go. Jordy,
So
Randall Cobb, they let them all go.
exactly.
TJ Lang, all of them go. It's not like they didn't have the money. They did it because they didn't want to bring them back.
It's weird. That's a weird situation, man. But we'll move on from the Aaron Rodgers thing. If you guys got any comments in the chat, any questions in the chat, just hashtag it. Me and Tone will get to it. But we had some news, Tone. Little Matt Stafford news out in LA. Little fantasy football, little reality football. Cam Akers, running back for the LA Rams, out for the season. What do you think, buddy? What's your comments on that?
That's quite a loss. At least they got at least Darrell Henderson. He's actually a pretty good running back. Nobody really talks about him. He's a good running back, and he can step in for him. But he does. The problem with that now, because a lot of that offense, they run a lot of that similar to offense, where a lot of it runs off of play action and running the ball and outside zone. And when you lose Cam Akers, you lose your home run. You lose your home run ability because he's an amazing athlete at his side. And Darrell Henderson is a good back, but he's not a crazy athlete. That's why nobody really talks about him. Cam Akers went where he went because of his athleticism. And while I think the offense is still going to be pretty good because, they got all the pieces to be pretty good. And they got Sean McVay and Henderson can step in. Akers is going to be that's going to be a big loss.
Yeah, I think it's a big loss too, man. I know there's a lot of Lions fans smiling about it too. You know what? It's thing about the LA Rams is that they'll be able to succeed. I think without Akers, I think it truly a big blow. Like you said, Henderson's a pretty good back. When given the opportunity, the guy has played well. He's no Cam Akers, you know what I mean? Like you said, he's not as athletic, a little bit smaller, 5'8", like 205, whatever he is. But he's a decent back. I wouldn't call him a scat back or anything like that, but they're definitely going to probably have to pick somebody up coming up. You might see maybe an Adrian Peterson suiting up over there, man. I wonder if they'll bring back Todd Gurley. The rumor was that Gurley signed with Baltimore yesterday, but it was a fake Twitter account, so he never re-signed with Baltimore. So he's still available. Adrian Peterson want to get a bigger back. They want to go the smaller route. They can go Duke Johnson maybe. You think they bring in a guy like Le'Veon Bell? You think that could happen?
I was actually thinking about Le'Veon.
I was wondering, man. You never know, right?
Yeah. I mean, you don't know. The Rams traditionally have kind of liked to have two good running backs. Even when they had Gurley, they had C.J. Anderson, right?
Yep.
And even when they got Akers, they had Henderson. So they typically like to have two reliable running backs. So I wouldn't be surprised if they go after a guy like Le'Veon.
Yeah, they're saying kind of Peter Schrager came out a little bit earlier today too and said he doesn't think as of right now the Rams are going to grab anybody. They're saying keep an eye on Xavier Jones. He was an undrafted free agent at SMU that they picked up last year that pretty much strictly just played some special teams. But his couple last years of college, man, he rushed for over like 2,200 yards and like 24 touchdowns or something like that. And he's got a little giddy up to him. So I guess he could be a guy that maybe people are sleeping on who could maybe step in and become that number two to Darrell Henderson for the year. But I guess it's a wait and see approach. I got a feeling they're going to grab somebody though. I got a feeling someone's coming, like AP or Duke Johnson, Le'Veon. I don't know. I think someone's coming to town for sure.
And also depends on which running backs get cut. For example,
right too.
Yeah, I heard for the Bills, Matt Breida might not be on that roster. Might end up getting cut, and he would be a fit for that offense. Now I don't know.
He'd be a fit for that.
We got to see what cuts happen, but I mean they're going to have some options.
Oh, for sure, man. They're definitely going to have some options. So, and a lot of players out there are going to have any tough decisions too, because a lot of players will go to LA for cheaper deals too. So it's not like it's going to be hard just to sign a guy to go to LA because they should be contenders this year, even with an Akers injury. But we got a question here. I just missed it. Mark, you a Pistons fan by One Pride 40? Yeah, I'm a Pistons fan. Don't know a lot about Pistons anymore. Stopped watching basketball for a while there when they got really, really bad. But yeah, man, I'm a big Pistons fan. I saw that Cade Cunningham was at the Tiger game yesterday. I think he'll be the number one pick. What do you think about that, Tone?
Yeah, he definitely gonna be number one pick.
Think so?
Unless
Yeah.
they get a trade, unless they somehow get a trade, which only trade I could possibly see happening is if OKC gives up a bunch of their picks and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, which they're not doing that. So I don't see them traded with nobody. Only person I could even other than them possibly see them traded with it'd be Houston, because I
Right.
have seen reports that Weaver might really like Jalen Green, and if there comes a point where he likes Jalen Green more than Cade, he might trade down to two, but most likely they're just gonna keep that number one pick and trade. And draft Cade.
Right. Yeah. Like, describe Cade to me there, Tone. Honestly, I don't really know too much about the kid. I got some buddies that follow basketball a lot, and I've got a couple buddies say that he's soft, Cade Cunningham. That kind of sticks out to me. I don't watch enough college ball and stuff like that, so I can't really tell you what I think about him. I've heard the LeBron James comparisons. That he's another big guy that can play guard, point guard, and shoot. But I don't know too much, man. What's his game? Can you describe him to me for real?
Cade is kind of a hard dude to describe. He's kind of like,
Yeah.
I'm about to say, damn, you don't know who Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is, do you?
No, who's that? Who's he play for?
He plays for the Thunder. See, the
No.
thing about Cade is really an interesting prospect. So he's kind of like a 6'8", whatever. I mean, if you need a point guard, he could be a point guard. If you need a small forward, he could be a small forward. He can play anything from the 1 to the 3.
Okay.
He kind of plays at his own pace because he's not that athletic.
All right.
Great passer, really good shooter, really good playmaker. He kind of has to improve. I mean, and the problem with Cade right now is part of it. We don't really know how good of a scorer he is. I think he probably go to the NBA and be a way better scorer because his team had zero spacing, and every team he went against focused only on him. Now, Cade Cunningham is not Kevin Durant. Let's calm down.
Okay.
That is Imani Bates. That's Imani Bates. But
Cunningham is Durant, 1 pride 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I don't know about that, man. If he's that guy, that shouldn't even be a question, right?
Imani Bates is probably Kevin Durant, but Imani Bates
really.
I mean, Imani Bates is most people calling him the best recruit since LeBron. So just to let you know how hyped up he is.
That's the kid that plays for Michigan State. Who is that kid?
He's supposed to be going to Michigan State, which surprised me.
He still hasn't gone?
He's in the senior year of high school now.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's breaking, looking like he's gonna definitely be the number one pick. But Cade, can shoot. He pretty much do everything you want from an offensive perspective. Big, tall, defensively, he could be good. Part of it is, defensively, he's not that athletic, but he's big enough and he's athletic enough that he can guard multiple positions. It just really depends how crafty he's going to be at the next level. Because of that lack of athleticism, he's going to really have to make that up in other factors. I feel like he's kind of got to improve on his handle a little right now. But other than that, he pretty much has everything you want from a number one pick. Although Jalen Green might be a better scorer, but Cade is the best player by far.
Right. So you would take Cade Cunningham 100% over Green, though?
Oh yeah, I'd take Cade, especially because I think Cade fits in pretty much any team you want to play. I think he just fits so well in any team you want. Even if I think Green might have a higher upside, just because Green is just so insanely athletic and so talented as a scorer and so good as a scorer. He could have a higher upside, although I doubt it.
Right.
But Cade just fits so well. Like if you got a point guard, he can be your 2. If you got a 2, he could be your 1. He could be your 3. He could play off the ball. He can play on the ball. He just fits well.
Okay. All right, man. See here, it says, no doubt Lynn is a genius, the running back coach, but you see him as a future OC. Talk about Anthony Lynn there, see? He is our OC. Right, Tom?
Oh,
Anthony
yeah,
Lynn.
sadly, he is our OC.
Yeah,
Sadly,
yes, yeah, he is our OC, brother.
he is good with
Yeah,
running backs. That's where that
He's
stops
great with
him at.
running backs. Yeah, great with running backs, but we don't really know too much. He hasn't really had any. Has he ever been an OC? Was he an OC in Buffalo?
He was I
Just
think
a
he
running
was
back
an
coach.
OC.
He was the OC
No,
in
wait.
Buffalo?
Well, I mean, he ran the Chargers offense,
He did? Okay.
and they didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the OC in Detroit right there, though.
That Chargers offense.
100%, man.
They had good running backs, though. I can give them that. Now that offense was bad, but they had good running backs.
Yo, for sure, right? 100%. Stop saying his name. I'm not sure who we're talking about here. What do we say? See him a little bit behind, buddy? Stop saying his name. Talking about Matt Stafford. Stop saying his name. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll be talking about Matt Stafford for the next couple of years. It's just going to be the way it is. As long as Goff is here, as long as Stafford's over there, the talk's never going to end. You agree there, Tone?
Definitely. We definitely, especially when it comes to, the quarterback. I mean, when you're the Lions, ain't many players to really talk about. You talk about the past decade, Calvin's gone.
Calvin's
Ain't
won.
gonna really talk about Calvin. Calvin's retired. Barry's retired. And nobody's really gonna talk about Sue like that. So it's pretty much Stafford.
That's it, man. Yeah, for sure. That's all we can really talk about, man. We've had some guys that have come and gone through here, but Matt Stafford was here for 12 years. It's tough to just stop talking about someone for 12 years, man. It's like a relationship.
He has most of our QB records.
Yeah, man. QB records, whatever. He's done it all here, man, except win. But that's another thing. It takes more. It takes a team effort to win football games, man. It's not basketball. It's not football. I mean, it's not basketball. I mean, it is basketball. It's not basketball, man. Spit it out, Mark. Not basketball. It's not hockey where a goalie can just take over, or baseball where a pitcher can just take over. Football's a little different, man. It's more team oriented, I think. So it's just my opinion.
Besides, the Lions haven't won since color TVs became a thing. So like, not winning with the Lions is
you know what I mean?
Nothing new.
Yeah, 100%, man. Here's one right here, minus Elite Show. Hashtag, we've gone, how do you like us moving Flowers and Aquard outside linebacker? What do you think about that move, Tone?
So the Flowers outside linebacker thing, I think is kind of overblown because that's what he was with the Patriots. With the Patriots, he was their jack. He came to Detroit. The Lions, kind of made him more of a traditional defensive end because, they had the jack and Kennard. But that's kind of what he was with the Patriots. He was a guy who dropped back in coverage from time to time. Well, I shouldn't say from time to time. He dropped back in coverage quite a bit, and he also rushed the passer quite a bit, And we've seen him do it before. A perfect example, Atlanta game. We all remember that play, 4th down, dropping back in coverage. He knocks the ball down, turnover on down. So, he's not super athletic, but you're not gonna ask him to do much, really. So
no. Yeah, we're not going to ask these guys to do that a lot. Like I know a lot of Lions fans think that Flowers and Aquara are strictly playing just outside linebacker. That's not the case. Todd Wash has already talked about it. You don't know who Todd Wash is. He's their D-line coach. He came over from Jacksonville, and he has made it clear that Trey Flowers and Romeo Aquara will be playing with their hand in the dirt in certain packages. So they're just not going to be playing up on 2 legs, man. They're going to have their hand in the dirt, and they will be doing what they do best, which is basically getting to the quarterback, even though Flowers, I think, really doesn't have a best trait, I wouldn't say. I think Flowers is kind of like even keel across the board, kind of play the run, set the edge, you know what I mean? Get to the quarterback a little bit, create a little bit of pressure. But Romeo, they're not going to be asking Romeo to be dropping back in coverage much. They're not going to take away his strength, which is getting into the backfield. So
because he doesn't have they haven't really had a history of asking him to do that. So it would kind of be weird to do that at his point in his career.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
Especially
you did it a little bit in college. What's that?
And that's what you got Julian for, to do stuff like that.
Exactly. So yeah, I think we're okay with it, Giorgio. I think we're good with that, man. We're gonna see some bumps and bruises probably along the way, some experiments gone wrong, but That's just the way the Lions are, and I think we'll be okay. We'll get a little bit better as we go. The Rams still have Malcolm Brown. No, Steve-O, they don't. He's in Miami. He's in Miami, my man. Free agency this year, right, Tom?
Yeah, I think he is in Miami. He was
Yeah,
good,
he's in
too.
Miami, man. He's gone. He's gone, man, for sure. 100% gone. They were just talking about it today. The only reason why that I'm 100% confident in that is because I heard it today. They were talking about who could replace him, and they were saying that Malcolm Brown's one guy that he rolled to Miami, so he's gone. Their backups are it was Cam Akers, so he's gone. Now it's Daryl Henderson, Robert Calais. Am I saying his name right? I don't know. Calais, I think he came from Tampa Bay. He came over Calais. Then they have James Funk, who they drafted in the 7th round.
You got to play
Then they
him.
got Huh?
You got
What's
to
that?
play him. That name is too amazing. You got to play Jake.
Amazing.
Funk.
It's amazing. Jake Funk. It's an amazing name, man, Jake Funk. I know he's got a lot of injury history, though. That's why he went so late. I guess he was turning some heads during their little OTAs or minicamp. So Jake Funk, and then they got Xavier Jones, who I think they're big on a little bit, and don't know who else is there. There's another guy there. I'm not too sure. You'll pull it up there. But, yeah, the Rams drafted Jake Funk. He might get his chance. He might get his chance, Steve-O. You never know. Who's this hashtag? I've been seeing little clips of Goff and Brunell throwing. Brunell still got an arm. Oh, yeah, man. The old man probably he can still wing it. It's a guy that was winging it to Jimmy Smith and Keenan McCardle, man. You guys don't know who those guys are. Look up that trio. Look up that trio back in the day, man. Back in those when Tom Coughlin was the guy. I think it was Coughlin. Yeah, I think he was the head coach when Coughlin was when Brunell was slinging the ball around to Jimmy Smith and Mark Brunell. Probably should have beat the Broncos, man, and to go to the Super Bowl, but they lost. Do you remember that trio?
I don't remember
You're young.
much. I remember Jimmy Smith. I don't remember much.
Remember Jimmy Smith? You remember Jimmy Smith when he went to the Cowboys, probably? A little bit later on. No? Or was he a Cowboy before Jacksonville? Man, I forget.
I think he was drafted by the Jags, if I remember right.
Was he drafted by the Jags? Yeah.
I think so.
But that was a good, man. That was a really good trio, man, of Brunell, Smith, and McCardle. Man, that was a good trio, man. They just wing the ball. Bash Darwin, what's up, man? What's going on? Hashtag Patty Grimes here. How are the Rams doing with the cap? I'm not sure. We can look that up. Tom, man, you know the answer to that one?
No, I don't really know it either. Although I don't really think the cap really matters that much right now. I mean, it's not
right now, anyways.
They're not going to make any big free agency signings.
Yeah,
there was if they pick up a running back, it's going to be like real cheap.
Yeah, unless they make a trade. For somebody, but I don't see that happening too. There was a funny question today on social media. I don't know who makes up this stuff, man, but when Akers went down, all of a sudden it pops up. Should the Detroit Lions trade away Jamal Williams to the LA Rams? And I was like, why would even that question even pop up? Why would we try to help out the LA Rams in their situation? I don't understand. We're trying to get that number 1 pick. We're trying to make it as worse as possible. Why would we try to help them out to make that better? I thought it was a funny question. Did you see that one, Tom?
I did not.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Would you trade away Jamal?
To the Rams? Oh,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now I need like 3 first-round picks. And they don't got none of those actually. I need Aaron Donald. I do it for Aaron Donald.
That's it. Then it's just not going to happen, right? For sure.
Nope.
Yeah, man. It's like there's no point in the Lions trying to help out their situation over there. This doesn't make any sense, man. But with the cap, I don't know, man. Like Tone said, Patty, that's not a situation unless they make a big trade. And they must have they got some money tied up, though, man. Matt Stafford, Jalen Ramsey, Whitworth. They got some money tied up. So I'm gonna say I bet you their cap isn't great. So I don't know. I'm just guessing, though. I guess it doesn't matter right now.
Yeah. I mean,
Steve-O's saying
locked up in superstars, unlike ours.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Steve-O's saying I wouldn't say Cade is soft at all. See, I don't know, so I don't have a clue. I don't follow basketball like I used to. I should, but I just really don't, man. This guy's saying Steve-O's saying Cunningham reminds me of Jason Tatum. That could be more of a playmaker. You agree with that, Tom?
I can see that. I can see that. I think Tatum might be a little bit better scorer
Okay.
and a little bit more athletic, but I think Cunningham's, is a better passer. But that's probably a better comparison when it comes
Pretty
to
similar.
Cunningham. Yeah.
Okay.
But most
Okay.
people kind of just most people when they talk about him, they just call him like a supersized version of Shea Alexander.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know.
their play styles are very similar. They kind of exceed similar. They're similar athletes. It is similar, but Cade is just a better passer, bigger, a lot younger.
Well, for sure. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. But the Jason Tatum I kind of like because, I've watched Tatum play a few times over the years. So that kind of makes me a little bit more excited about the Cade Cunningham pick. Yeah. So C's asking too. #Hawk dropped 8% of his catchable passes and was last in the league at tight end for contesting catches last year. Why should I believe he'll have a great year with this wide receiver unit and more eyes on him? Well, you want to answer this first, Tom?
Well, I did say this a few, like a month or two ago. Like,
Right.
Hawk as your number one option when he wasn't that amazing as the number one option last year, and you got a worse receiving core now. I don't know. I'm gonna say, Hawk is a good tight end. He's a great tight end, but Hawk makes his money, and he made his money in the draft from being a balanced tight end, not being a receiver. He wasn't known for being a Kyle Pitts or,
That's right.
a Travis Kelce. He came
Yeah, he
out
was. Yeah, he
for
was
being
never that in college,
yeah.
right? He was never that in
It was
college. Sure.
he came out for being the total package, and you don't really want a guy's Hawk as your number one option. It's not what he really thrives at, especially when
Right.
defenses are looking at him. You got teams probably gonna start putting bigger corners and safeties on him, and I don't know how he's gonna be able to handle that. And the problem with Hawk is currently where he is a wide receiver, you probably wouldn't have to even put that many resources into him and still cover all the other bad receivers on his roster. Now, if we had like another wide receiver that could even be a threat, then that would be different. The closest is probably Tyrell Williams, and he's never really been a big threat in his career, and we don't even know if he's gonna be able to stay healthy.
Right.
Cephas is cool, but Cephas is better as your like third or fourth best receiver, not as a number two. Unless Satan Brown for some reason has a Justin Jefferson type season, which I wouldn't expect because he's not Justin Jefferson, then I don't really know how you expect to get a passing game, especially because if you get in a part of a games, especially because we don't really believe this defense is going to be that great. What happens when you're down 14 and teams know you're going to pass the ball and teams are expecting you to pass? What are you going to do now? Because we don't even trust them to pass that well, even with the running game, let alone in pass-only situations. And even the offensive line isn't really built to pass block. Most of these guys are run blockers. Other than Decker, but Sewell made his name from being in the run game. Same thing with Ragnow. And Vaitai is clearly a run blocker. Jonah wasn't that great as a pass blocker last year. So who you gonna really count on blocking for Goff other than Decker? Because I know what Decker's gonna bring as a pass blocker. Ragnow's not bad, but he's not one of the best in the league. As a pass blocker, he's an amazing run blocker. It's just this pass game has very questions, and it would be a different situation if you had a really good offensive coordinator, but you don't have that. You don't have this. Lynn is probably the offensive coordinator you really don't want. I didn't like Bevel like that much, but even Bevel was better than Lynn. Offensively, there's no creativity coming to his pass game. So you're going to come out there with an offense that's going to be very easy to predict, very easy to telegraph, and you don't even have players who are that great at running the offense. Man, it's going to be a tough year for Jared Goff.
Yeah, man, a lot of Lions fans don't want to hear that, man. They don't want to hear the truth, but I totally agree with you 150%, Tone. I think Like, it's going to be very predictable offense. You know, they're going to want to run the football. We already know that. Like, we know they want to run the football, but like you said, how's this defense going to be? Like, when we're down 14 at halftime, we're coming out in the third quarter, you could scrap the running game. You could totally scrap the running game now. You're going to have to do it every now and then, but now you're going to have to throw. And they know what we got. And to the effect of TJ Hawkinson, okay, all depends on what you consider great. See, like, I think he's probably one of the better options on the weapon wise. You know what I mean? Throwing the football to him. So teams are going to lock on him. You might see, like Tone said too, you might see bigger corners. You might see some safety on him. And how is he going to handle that, man? We don't really know how he's going to handle it. So I guess we got to just take a look at what we consider great. I think he's going to get opportunities more, but he is what he is, man. He is the more complete package tight end. He's not Kyle Pitts. He's not Travis Kelce. He's not those type of guys that can run like a wide receiver. You know what I mean? He's just not that type of guy. But I think he's going to get more opportunities just because of the situation around him. I think Goff's going to be his best friend, and let's hope he can get that 8% catchable passes down a little bit. I know he'd had some big drops, but I don't know, man. I think he'll catch 70 balls, 800, maybe get 800 yards and a handful of touchdowns, 8 touchdowns or something. He's going to have another good year. I think he's going to have another good year. Just I think defenses will focus on him more because they're not afraid of anybody else right now. No defense is coming out going, okay, well, we need to concentrate on Rashad Perryman. No one's worried about what he does. No one's really too worried about Cephas either. And no knock on Cephas. I like him, but it's still the unknown. You know what I mean? And then Tyrell Williams is a guy that, okay, maybe we got to keep an eye on Tyrell, man. You know, he's put up some big seasons a couple times with the Chargers, you know what I mean? But he's never really been a true number one. So, but maybe it's his time to shine. Who knows? But you're going to see a lot of passes to Swift. You're going to see a lot of passes to Jamal Williams, man. I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of short passes going on in this offense. As long as and if the O-line can't block, which I hope they can, but like Tone said again, most of these guys are run blockers, man. Like, obviously they know how to pass block, but I think we're going to see a lot of short passes in this offense, and Hawk's going to be one of the main guys. So hopefully he has a good year. But I would trust him. I'd take him in fantasy, that's for sure. I think the opportunities will be there. That's for sure. Yeah, Lynn was the OC in Buffalo. Okay, Patty Grimes in trouble. Cap hit at 166. That's base. What happens when your quarterback gets $20 million? Basically, 90% of their money is gone. All right, yeah, man, they're in trouble then. They have no money. That's all good though.
I don't think they have to sign anybody, so I don't think that's a big deal right now.
That's not a big deal. Yeah, they'll find ways if they got to go get somebody anyways.
Now they had to sign like Aaron Donald or Ramsey or something. That's a problem. But
that'd be big problems, man. Patty Grimes is going to be difficult for them to sign another Mark Fire this season. Yeah.
They did.
It's definitely going to help the Lions out, man. This is good news for Lions fans. Lions fans, if you thought that the Rams were a terrible running game, now you're going to think they're a really bad running game, which they never had a bad running game to begin with. But there's a lot of Lions fans that think that the Rams can't run the football, which is funny. And
the Rams O-line is arguably better than ours. So the
Rams O-line, yeah, a little bit. Arguably. It's a little bit better. Yeah, it was close. I think it was rated third last year, third overall. The year before,
I think people forget how good of a left tackle Andrew Whitworth has been for over a decade. Ever since he was in Cincinnati, which they should have never let him go. Ever since he was in Cincinnati, he's been an elite left tackle that never really gets brought up. But that man is great.
He is great. He's old. He's graybeard, but he's still getting it done. He's still doing what he does, man. And I think he came out this year and said that this was his last year. So they'll be looking for a new left tackle come free agency or come draft next year for sure. So all depends what happens here. But if you're a Lions fan, you're a little bit happy because Cam Akers went down. You're not wishing any ill will on any player, but at least I'm not. I don't think Tone is either, but they got a little bit worse. They got a touch worse, man, today by him going down. but they do have a pretty decent running back in Daryl Henderson, but he won't be carrying the load over there, that's for sure. Big West, Cam Akers out for the season. Boy. One hit, Stafford could join him. Those picks we got are looking better already. Yeah, there you go, right? Big West in the building. What's up, brother? I'm salty. The Ram picks looking really good right now. Oh, yeah. Rams are playing a lot, just for a couple of defensive players. Hashtag Alan Dana. Who is your Mount Rushmore Alliance quarterback? Mine is Stafford, Lane, Mitchell, and Landry. Well, mine would be, I guess, Stafford, Lane. I'm putting Eric Kramer over Mitchell. Because I think he was a little more consistent. And even though Mitchell had that one insane year where they probably should have at least went to a Super Bowl with that team, but or close to. But I would say Kramer, then Landry, I guess. You, Tom?
Well, what was your list again?
Mine was Stafford, Lane, Kramer, and Landry.
So Lane, Kramer, and Landry. I guess I'm at to go with that list. I don't know most of those guys that much. Really, I don't really know them like that, so I can't really even speak on them like that.
I never watched Bobby Lane. I'm not that old. I never watched Bobby Lane or Landry myself. So, but I remember watching Kramer and Mitchell. If I was to pick a quarterback out of those two guys, I'd pick Eric Kramer over Scott Mitchell in a heartbeat. Even though Mitchell had that insane insane year, that 1 year when he first came over from Miami. But he had a really good year, actually. So it was a great year. Look it up, Tone, if you want, man. It was a really solid year. He was throwing the ball to Herman Moore, Brett Perryman, and Johnny Morton. Barry Sanders out of the backfield. It was one of the most insane offenses ever. Fun to watch, man. I remember going to many games at the Silverdome watching them play. It was unbelievable. It was like watching the greatest show on turf, man. That's what it was. It was like the original, almost. Yeah, this is an option. Maybe the Rams sign Gurley again. You think that can happen, Tom?
Yeah, I think it could happen. I don't know if he wants to go back like that after what exactly happened, but I mean,
he didn't leave on good terms, right?
Nobody's really showing that much interest in him, so I wouldn't be surprised if he go back.
Yeah, I guarantee you, Les Snead and Sean McVay are on the phone right now with somebody. I'm telling you right now, they're not going into the season with Henderson and then Xavier Jones as their backup, or Calais, scat back that they picked up from Tampa Bay. There's just no way, man. There's some guys out there. I would not doubt. I would not doubt if they went out and got Duke Johnson. I have a feeling Duke Johnson might be the guy they go get. Not the biggest guy, too. Is another kind of a smallish guy, I guess, if you say. What's his name? Henderson's not the biggest guy either. 5'8", 205, whatever he is. So I don't know if they want to go big and little. If they're going to go bigger, man, maybe Le'Veon Bell. I don't know, man. I don't really know. Le'Veon's an enigma to me, man. That guy seems like he just gets himself in trouble when he opens up his mouth. So, but he wants to play football. That's apparently something going on. So we'll see if they can sign Le'Veon Bell. Let me see. Here. Where the heck am I here, man? I'm losing track. Mark, you going to any games this year? Yeah. When the border opens, I want to go to a Tiger game. But, yeah, man, when the border opens, I'll be at some Lions games, 100%. Hopefully it gets open sooner than later. Is the border opening tomorrow? That's the rumor. It's supposed to be opening on the 21st, but then my buddy today told me it's at the very end of July. So I don't know, man. I know they're letting in right now. The word is they're letting Americans come to Canada. So I don't know how they're not going to let us go across. The restrictions for us Canadians over here, man, is a lot more stricter. They're being too strict with us over here, man. Like we're just barely opening up stuff. You know, you still got to wear masks. Doesn't seem like you got to wear any masks in the States anymore. Every time I watch a baseball game, it's completely full of people. So I don't even know. But over here, man, everywhere you go, you have to wear a mask walking into a building. So I don't know, man. I'm hoping this soon all disappears. Sorry, but the Rams will not go to the Super Bowl. Probably not.
Oh no, they weren't never going to the Super Bowl.
I don't think they were
Problem is
going to the
probably
Super
still
Bowl.
going to the playoffs, and
Playoffs, I
what
thought
we
for
don't
sure.
need.
Yeah,
And that's what we
I
don't.
still think they're going to the playoffs. Still,
Yep.
even with the Cam Akers out.
Miss the playoffs, especially with this potential draft class.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think they're going to go to the Super Bowl. I think they were more. I guess you could say Super Bowl contenders. They're like a top 10 team that could possibly go, but I don't think they're going to go to the Super Bowl. Definitely playoffs. I think they'll go to the playoffs. What's going on? Our puzzle snatched. Hey, Mark, Brent here. Who do we got returning the kickoffs? Hashtag great show, bro. Thanks, man. Returning kickoffs. Khalif Raymond might be an option. Did it in Tennessee. Did it wherever else he's been. I like Khalif Raymond. Maybe Victor Bolden. Victor Bolden did it really well in college, actually, when he was at Oregon State. He was a really good special team player. Who else? I don't really know, man. D'Angelo Amos. I think he's the guy I'm thinking of. Was it him or Jerry Jacobs? I forget who it was. One of those undrafted free agent guys was a really good special teamer. I don't know if it was D'Angelo or if it was Jerry Jacobs. I kind of forget. Who do you think their tone's going to be returning kicks for us and punts, whatever?
Yeah, I got to go with Khalif Raymond.
Khalif Raymond.
Yeah, I got to go with him. I can't think of anybody else who would really be it.
Yeah, because I know when I did my undrafted free agent pickups, and I did some study, I did some tape on some of these guys, or all of them, the guys that we picked up at least. I don't remember if it was Jacobs or if it was Amos, who was a really good special team player. I'm having a brain fart on it. I can't remember, but it was one of those guys that could possibly be the kick returner. Because one of those guys had like 4 or 5 punt returns or something in college. I don't remember if it was Amos or Jacobs. Who knows? Come on, football season. Let's go. Mac, what's up, brother? How you doing? What's that?
I forgot Jefferson did return kicks in college, like they said in the chat.
Oh, did he?
I'm pretty sure he did. I think I saw some stuff about him recorded. Returning kicks in college.
Christopher Sarton, Hawkinson hasn't peaked, and he absolutely will be the primary.
No, he only had 2. He didn't return any.
He only had 2 returns?
2.
Yeah. Man, look up that Jerry Jacobs or D'Angelo Amos. Or Angelo Amos, or whatever the heck his name is. I can't think of his name. I'm salty. People seem to forget the bullet Stafford throws. Look at Calvin's fingers. Goff throws a more catchable ball. Yeah, I know, man. But hey, this is the NFL, bro.
I guess.
Who?
I mean, in the NFL, you want the bullet. That's the reason why Mahomes is so good. It's the reason why Rodgers is so good. It's the reason why Allen is so good. Calvin's hands are so messed up because he played in the NFL. You ever seen most NFL players' fingers and toes look like
They're all
got
jacked
stuck
up.
Look like they got stuck, like they stuck them in a wood grinder. Like they all messed up. Fingers don't bend the right way. Toe looking hanging off, looking like a
man.
Like all their fingers and toes is messed up. It's kind of just happening.
A lot of pressure, man. A lot of pressure on your hands. A lot of pressure on your feet, man. In professional sports, especially, man. If you're playing wide receiver and you got a guy like Brett Favre, Matt Stafford, Pat Mahomes, your hands are going to be destroyed. Especially if throwing you the ball like 4 or 5 years in a row. You know what I mean? It's going to happen, man. It's going to happen. You don't always want a guy that just lofts the ball up. I'm salty. You know what I mean? You got to get Jared Goff. He starts just like floating balls in. He's just going to get picked off. You know what I mean? Like even Stafford, he got picked off a lot. So what do you think is going to happen to Jared? It's going to be just the same or worse. So I'm not saying that Jared Goff is can't throw a football because he can, but it's not just all about touch passes and stuff. And you got to be able to throw the ball with some heat at times. Stafford didn't lack touch, man. I don't think he did. I don't really think
he developed it later. He developed
a little bit later in his career.
It took him a while.
Yeah. I disagree 100 with your guys' assessment on Hawk. Okay. Yeah, that's cool, brother. Tone T. What's that for, One Pride? That's not cool. Why are you doing that? What the hell, man? That's 92%. That 92% caught. That is pretty good. Who's doubting? Now we are doubting our. No one's doubting the offensive line, bro. But you have to have some, some realism to it. Like our O line is going to be good. It's top 10 O line, I think. We were 11th or 13th last year. But a lot of those guys were mainly they're excelled a lot at run blocking. They're really good run blockers. Now, I think that's what the main objective is for this year is to run the football. You know what I mean? To run the football. And I think that's why this new regime, this new coaching staff brought in some guys like a Jamal Williams, bring in guys like a Darren Fells, guys that can run block. Because I think that's their main objective. Now, I'm not saying they can't pass block. Neither is Tone. We're not saying they can't do it at all. But that's not really it's not the strength of this team. That's it. It's not about like they can't do it. I'm not doubting the O-line at all. I don't know if you are, Tone. You're not doubting the O-line, are you?
I'm not doubting the offensive line. I'm just saying the offensive line has its strengths and weaknesses, and its clear strength is in his run blocking. So when you deviate from that,
that's all. You
might have some problems.
100%. Yeah, exactly. You might have some problems. It's not that we can't do it. It's just, it's just I don't know if we want to be doing that constantly on a consistent basis. I'd rather be. I think their main objective, like I said, is to run the football. That's what they want to do, and I think they know what they have in their O-line, and I think that's their strength. So that's me. The Rams O-line is not better. The Rams run their wide receivers. Okay, bro. Whatever, man.
Run their wide receivers.
I don't know. Rams run their wide receivers. What? Rams run their wide receivers. What does that mean? What's he trying to say there? The Rams run their wide receivers up like with Woods.
Yeah, maybe they run a lot of screens.
Maybe screens. I know Woods does a lot of sweeps. Is that what he's trying to get at? But I know the Rams O line was better last year.
Sure
it was third. It was the third best O line in the NFL last year. So
although if I remember right, they did lose Austin Blythe.
They lost somebody.
Chiefs, ironically.
They lost one of their guys.
He might not even start for them. He was good. He might not even start for them because they got handed. Yep, Blythe went to the Chiefs.
But that doesn't mean that their O-line got
they still got
worse than the Lions.
They still got the top players.
Yeah, we both have great O-lines. I think we both have great O-lines.
Yeah.
We have a potential top 5 O-line if it goes according to plan, hopefully. I know it's top 10 now, and so is the Rams. So I don't really think anybody's is really significantly better. But I think, we both have pretty solid ones.
Yeah. We're not the Bucks.
No, we're not the Bucks. No, man.
Or the
Wait.
Or the Browns.
Mattis is asking, we still got Allison, Geronimo Allison? Yeah, he's on the team, as far as I know. As far as I know, he's on the team. Got a couple of years with Aaron Rodgers over there. Came over here last year, sat out because of COVID. So it happens, right?
I don't know if he's gonna do much for us. I was about to say I don't know if he makes the team, but with this wide receiver core, anything's possible right now. I wouldn't.
You never know. Yeah, that's the thing, man. That's the thing with this wide receiving core. I think they all have chances. They all have a chance to make the team, man.
Somebody got to step up or something.
Someone got to step up, man. Someone's got to step up. But I hope they all do. I hope they make it tough on the situation. I hope they make it tough for the coaches. I don't really think that's going to happen, but hopefully John Allison is the guy that shows out, man. I'd be more than happy. I don't care who it is, as long as they just show out, man. Play. Prove that you can play. So that's it, man. Stafford is ranked number 6. Ask any Rams fan, they will tell you their O-line is sus. That's not true. That's not true at all. Christopher Sarton. I don't understand where you're coming from.
They wouldn't tell you that they're the best, but they definitely wouldn't say they were sus.
They're not going to say they're sus, man. I'm 48 years old. I know what sus means. What's that?
I mean, 2 years ago, maybe they were sus. Especially
2019. 2019, bro. 2019, they were 31st in the league. They were. Yeah. They had a bunch of injuries. They were terrible.
They lost that guy. He went to Tennessee. I forget his name. But they lost that guy who went to Tennessee.
Did Whitworth go down too?
Yeah, he got hurt. They lost. I
They were
forgot.
terrible in 2019. They were terrible.
I forgot what his name
2019,
is.
I forget who they lost to the Titans.
They
Yeah,
lost
but they
their
were
left
bad in
guard.
2019. 2020, they were a top 5 O line, bro. They were all healthy. They were protecting Goff. They were protecting Wolford or whatever when he came in late. They ran the football down people's throats. So they were a
Yeah,
they were
Roger
a great
Saffold, that guy.
they were a great O line. Oh, Saffold, you went
Yeah,
there?
they had him for
Oh, did
years.
he?
He went to Tennessee.
Okay,
That man, amazing run blocker.
I know. I mean, you're gonna need more than one hit on Stafford. Yeah, Stafford's. You know what, man? It's one hit on anybody. You mean win a playoff game, not a Super Bowl? Looking back at the Lions quarterback history hurts big time. You just said he's not a good pass blocker. I don't know who that's directed. It's directed at one of us. I don't know. Who are we talking about? I'm way behind. Do you remember what we said there, bro?
Oh no, I said that Ragnar wasn't a great pass blocker, which
Oh,
he isn't. His strength is his run blocking. That's what he was coming out of college. That's why he struggled as a
okay.
guard. And he didn't struggle to guard because of his run blocking. He struggled because
Yeah,
of
but
pass
he's gotten
blocking. He's
way
not
better.
that
He's
great.
gotten way better, though. He's gotten way
Yeah.
better, though.
Although part of it is as a guard, you play more in space and you get a better
Right.
chance of getting exposed when you play in space. That's why some guys play certain positions. That's why, that's why
Yeah.
Vitae looks so bad as a guard. But so they didn't play him at his tackle. Because if you look bad in space as a guard, we're definitely not going to play you at a tackle. And you can't
Right.
play center.
100%,
So you
man.
got to play somewhere.
Yep. Yep. What's John Kapler saying? Lions can prove people wrong. We ain't the first team to have a Lions drought and fans of teams like the Saints. Yeah, hey man, I hope they prove people wrong. I'm just not banking on it. Not this year. Like I said 1,000 times, guys, and a lot of my subs and a lot of Lions fans in general, man, like to call me a hater. I'm not a hater. I'm the complete opposite. I'm more of a realist now. I just need to see it. I just need to see that they're not bad anymore. No, I love all the hirings. I love all the pickups. You know what I mean? Like I could sit there and tell you how good these pickups are, but I can't completely lie about it anymore. I'm done. I did that before I had a show, man. Before I had a show, and I was just like, man, every pickup was phenomenal. Every pickup is going to get us to the promised land. It's just not a reality. It's just not a reality. Not every coach is going to put us over the top. I hope it happens, but I can't lie to myself, and I can't lie to my subs, and I can't lie to my friends. I'm just done with it, man. I just want to see it. That's all I want. I want to see it now. I'm sick of talking about how good they're going to be, and I think I like to talk about my Lions. I'll talk about them till the day I die. But I'm not going to trick myself into thinking they're going to be good until I see that they're going to be good. That's all, man. That's all it is for me, Tone. I don't know about you, man, but I know you're more. I don't want to use the word negative, but you're a little bit more. I guess you could say the word real. You tell it like it is, man. Like you do, and I actually respect you for that. I really do, man. Like, how do you think about people that just constantly just think that this team's just going to be good every year in, year out, without having any real like proof of that? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm getting at?
Oh, yeah, I get you. What's a nice way to put this? I had a word for what's the word? I guess they really follow the Lions. The word I was almost about to say was delusion, but I was like, nah, it's not really even that. I just think they have real confidence. I think they just want the Lions to be so good, so bad that they convince themselves that the Lions are good, which I mean they haven't been. It's just really as simple as that.
And I think every fan base does that. You know what I mean? Every fan base kind of has that, man, where they are like, we're good no matter what. But I'm telling you, bro, except for the Jets, yeah, except for the Jets. But I used to be that guy, bro. Like I'm talking just 2 years ago, I was that guy. I was the guy that would say, "Hey, man, this team's phenomenal. You see who we picked up?" Like I was that guy, man. I put no knowledge into it. I put no effort into looking to see how good the guy really was. But when you start, like, when I started doing this YouTube stuff, bro, I started, like, really focusing on players and watching players. I'm like, man, we're not as good as you think we are, bro. I'm like, this safety that we picked up, Dean Marlowe, no. He's not going to be the next Ronnie Lott. You know, that guy said he gave up 17 yards per catch last year. A lot of people don't know that. Like, that's what he did. He wasn't that great in Buffalo. I'm telling you right now, he wasn't. That's just one guy. And so it's just, I have to be a little bit more realistic for myself, man. I want nothing but success for this team, but I need to see it first. And we have, how many years out has it been now since we've seen even a glimpse of good football? Last time we saw good football was 2018 at the end of the year when the Lions were playing a little bit better for Patricia. Remember? That's the last time. Because it wasn't 2009.
That was just a slight peak for the Lions.
It was just a slight. It was just a bit. Because when we were at Caldwell, at least with Caldwell, we were competitive. You know, we were playing good. I think we made the playoffs twice out of his 4 years. So we kind of had a pretty good football team. I think we were on the cusp of having a really good football team with Caldwell. I think we really were. It just the Quinn and then the Patricia thing just happened, and it just derailed everything. I think Caldwell should have stuck on somehow. I think they should have. It was just a bad deal by the Fords bringing in Quinn. It was awful. So, but that's a whole other story, man. That's a whole other story. But that was the last time we saw some good football, was at the end of 2018 when they picked up Snacks Harrison. That was when we started like, oh, this defense looks like they're playing. They went from like the bottom defense. They shot up at the end of the year. They're playing really well. We're like 2019 is going to be fun. We're going to play. And then they were just awful. And then they were even worse last year. So forgive me if I'm being a little bit negative sometimes, man. I need to see it, man. I just need to see it. Then I'll be good. The whistle will return kicks for us. Who's the whistle? Who's that, Tone? You know who that is?
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about the ref whistle.
Is that what you're talking about?
That's what I figured.
Yeah, because there's no more return kicks anyways, right?
Oh, no. NFL
guys
trying to get rid of that.
Because kickers are booting it through the end zone anyways.
Yeah.
I want to know who the punt return.
I think they moved up the I think it was like a few years ago they moved the kick return up a lot. They moved it up like 10 yards or something.
Yeah, oh, for sure, man. Oh, man, I got a $4.99 super chat from DC8091. Thanks, buddy. Kicker is going to be huge with a run based though. We got to get at least 3 automatics when past the 45-yard line. All right. Now, right now, Randy Bullock's the guy, my man. Randy Bullock. I think Matthew Wright, apparently there's I think he's getting a lot of that Lion love right now, that Matthew Wright. He's getting some of that unwarranted love right now. Like, every Lions fan does this. They fall in love with the guy, and I've seen it with Matthew Wright. I've already seen it that this guy is going to be the next Jason Hanson. So I know he had some pretty good games in Pittsburgh last year, and Randy Bullock's been around, 83% kicker his whole career. I know his nickname is Fat Randy. That's what they call him in Cincinnati because I've talked to some Bengal fans about him, and that's his nickname. They couldn't wait to get him out of town, though. I tell you that they couldn't wait to get him out of town. But that just happens. It goes with the territory. But this Matthew Wright kid apparently has got a big leg, and if he can stay automatic, be accurate, I'm good. What do you say about the kicking game there, Tone? Not much to say, or
be tough. It's not really much to say. It's not like we got a Prater.
It's tough, right? Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure, man. My boy Kenneth Womack, $5 super chat too. Thank you, my man. Looking sharp in your avatar. So hyped for football to be back. Hashtag tighten up. I forgot you're a Titans fan. Right on, brother. You must be fired up about that Julio Jones pick. There's my baby. Hi, honey. How you doing? How you doing with the Black Hearts? What's with the Black Hearts? What's going on? Maybe the colors don't come up. Where was I at here? What was I at here? Here's one by Patty Grimes. If Aaron Rodgers is gone from Green Bay, who is the best quarterback in the division? We've talked about this quite a bit. I always like kind of talking about this. This is a fun subject. You go ahead, Tone. Go first while I go through some of this chat.
The best quarterback,
Yeah.
I hate to say it, might be Kirk Cousins. That's not really a good competition. I mean, at best you got
After.
what? Fields, and Fields, maybe is he even going to play this year? Probably not. I mean,
you don't think
so?
So?
It'll be late in the year. I mean, he might play late in the year. They're definitely going to start Dalton at the beginning. I don't know how ready Fields is going to be to play.
Right.
And they've clearly said like, we will start Dalton, and we feel like Fields ain't ready. But if he plays, I don't know how great he's going to be this year. I think the reason you get Fields is because of what he does in the future.
Right. For sure, right? Yeah, I guess if I was to name the best, it would be, to me, flip a coin between Kirk Cousins and Jared Goff, for one. Flip a coin. I think Goff is just might have a little bit more talent. Maybe. I think Cousins maybe got a little more drive to him. It's tough to say who'd be better. I think I know I've gone on record in the past saying Kirk Cousins maybe just a slight bit better, but I don't know, man. It's a toss up for me between those two, and then yeah, Dalton. I don't think he's any good, man. Look what Dalton did in Dallas, man. He had some weapons. He was awful. He doesn't have the weapons that he has now in Chicago. Got a couple of good guys over there in Chicago. Allen Robinson. I'm not gonna bang on those guys over there, but they're not as good as the weapons that he had in Dallas. And I think that I think we're 100% going to see Justin Fields this year. It's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time because Matt Nagy is on the hot seat right now, and him making the switch over from Dalton to Fields could save his job for another year. You know what I mean? Could save his job. He went to the rookie quarterback. You know what I mean? So we're gonna give this kid a try. We're gonna give Nagy one more year with a full Justin Fields. So it's just a matter of time before I think Fields gets inserted in that lineup in Chicago. But I'm not gonna put Fields ahead of Goff or Cousins right now. Just I haven't seen him play in the NFL, so just can't say he's better. He can do that, but what's the point? Cool, man. Who do you think will mostly be our returners for the rest of the season? Returners for the rest of the season? I think we touched on that, right? Yeah, we touched on that.
Yeah, we did.
If you can run it, it will make everything else easy. Nothing in the NFL is easy, my friend. Nothing in the NFL is easy, but I do get what you're saying.
You can make it easier, but the problem with running is at some point you hit a point where Ravens learned this the hard way. As good as you are running the ball, we're still gonna make you. I mean, at the end of the day, if you look at the Ravens, what happens to them all the time? Amazing running game. They have a quarterback that is basically a running back.
That's exactly what he
put up points on their defense, and their defense is significantly better than ours. They put up points on that defense, and what happens? You got to ask Lamar to be a drop back quarterback, and then he's not.
Yeah. So as long as you have a quarterback that can throw the ball, then it is easier. I get what Christopher Sarton's saying here. I do kind of get it, but like I said, nothing in the NFL is easy, bro. But if you can be consistent, if you can have a good running game, then a good passing game, then yeah, it makes it a little bit more balanced. I don't ever want to use the word easy though when it comes to the NFL because, bro, these guys are lights out athletes, and but I do get what you're saying. I do kind of get what you're saying. No one will win the Super Bowl till TB12 retires. I agree. I think he's still win. I think they're favorites to win it again. So the band is back together. Nobody left. What do you think about that, man? Who's pushing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tone, for the Super Bowl? I know it's an easy pick to say, like, yeah,
it's pretty
Chiefs
much
again.
Chiefs. There's nobody else really.
Okay, exactly. Yeah, August 9th, proof of vax, 3-day negative test. What's that for? I don't know what that's for, brother. I don't know what that is for, brother. I'm sorry, man. I'm a little bit behind, fellas, so That and thinking Lynn is complete garbage. Look at you guys. You two guys need to get a room sometimes, eh, Tone? You and One Pride?
For me,
You
I
guys
do
always
love to argue.
you guys go at it,
is
man.
my
It's good though. It's all fun. It's all
arguing.
fun.
Arguing is kind of my favorite thing to do sometimes.
Same with me. Warren for returner. Oh, you're talking about that's the free. It's a UDFA running back. Michael Warren. Is that who you're talking about? Do you know anything about him there, Tone? Big kid. It's the kid we brought in, man. It's when we released. Remember we released Raheem Boyd, and then we brought in. I think it's Michael Warren. Big kid, like 230, 5'10", 5'11", running back. Had a couple big years in college. I can't think of the school he went to though. He had a fumbling issue though. He had a big fumbling issue in college. Never got drafted. He's on our team right now. I don't know too much about him returning kicks. So Henson looking like Campbell's favorite at minicamp. Henson. Who's that? Who's Henson? Who's Henson? Tone, you know who Henson is?
I've never heard of him before.
I don't know who you're talking about there, Giorgio. Henson. Hey, y'all. What's up, James? What's up, buddy? Welcome to the chat. No, the Rams O-line was not better. Sure it was. It was. It was last year.
Offensive line is my favorite category. But that's the thing I know the most. It's my
What's
favorite
that? O-line?
category.
O-line?
Yeah, it's my favorite category. I can name most offensive linemen in the league.
Yeah, you're really good at that.
It's always a position I look at the most. That's my favorite thing.
Okay, tell me one. Okay, then tell me, Tone. Like, was the O-line better in LA than it was in Detroit last year?
Yeah, I mean last year definitely. Now this year it's a lot closer.
This year, who knows?
Well,
we don't know.
It's closer because they lost.
They lost that Blythe kid.
Austin Blythe, and really Brian Allen's going to be a big question mark. But a lot of it is just they got a good tackle duo. Their interior is just solid. And the problem, and a big problem with Lions is you have a guy like
we have a good O-line though. We do.
Yeah. The problem is with the Lions is you got a guy like Vitae starting. Significantly is a significant weakness.
He's a trash bag, dude. He's trash.
It's not like Jonah Jackson is a all-pro either. So
he was a rookie though. You got to give him a little bit of a break, man. He was pretty damn good though, bro. No,
he was like
for a rook.
For a rook, I mean,
you know what I mean? Third round.
I mean, it wasn't a great rookie. It wasn't a great guard draft anyway. So
it wasn't a great
expectations. I mean, what the Saints moved a guy to guard. I mean, other than Ruiz and Lewis and Owenu, he would probably be the best after those three. Because Owenu was great for the Patriots. He even played right tackle for him. It's crazy. I did hear reports that I heard some about the Seahawks moving Lewis to center, which would be the dumbest thing ever, because you don't have anybody who can play guard. I don't know if they knew that, but
who's doing that?
I heard that the Seahawks might be moving Damian Lewis to center, which would be a dumb idea.
Okay, all right.
Seahawks are making good offensive line decisions.
Right, 100%. Here's a question, Tone. Hashtag from C, my boy C. What's up, C? Hashtag can Aaron Glenn, Aubrey Pleasant. You guys don't know who that is. Aaron Glenn's our DC. Aubrey Pleasant is our secondary coach. With an improved D-line, patch the holes at linebacker DB and make us a top 15 D. Tone, you want to take that first?
Would it make
top 15 D, bro? From 31st to top 15. So at least 14. That's what he's asking. He's asking 15 or 14, right? Do you think that can happen in year one?
I mean, it could happen. Now, I think it's going to happen. No.
I just don't think,
I mean,
why not?
As good as the D-line is improved, it's a lot of question marks, What is Deshaun Haynes going to look like? How is McNeil going to look like after he dropped that weight? How is Trey Flowers going to look like when he come back from injury? Same thing with Julian. And, Levi hasn't played. He played, only time he really played was at the Senior Bowl, which he looked rusty.
Yeah.
He looked rusty, and so he hasn't played in like a year. I mean, you know, it just and even with all that, your linebacker core is so devoid of talent. Who, like, it's just no.
I feel like we're not making a lot of friends today. I feel like we're not making a lot of friends today because we're speaking the truth, man. We're speaking from our heart. I don't think people like that. I just, but like, I don't see us being a top 15 D, right? So I see us jumping up. You can't get any worse from 31. I guess you could go down to 32, but I don't think that's going to happen at all. I could see us being about 25, going from like 31 to 25, 24. I could see that happening, man. I do definitely like what we're trying to do on the defensive line. I love the start of getting Aleem the Dream and drafting Levi on Wuzurike. I think that was a great start to a possible great defensive line because I think Romeo's still going to play some D line. I still think Trey's going to play some D line too, even though they're being moved, but they will be playing some D line on this defense. And Todd Wash and Aaron Glenn have actually voiced that. It's not just me making that up. They've actually said it. They won't just be strictly outside linebackers. They will have their hands in the dirt, which is something that I was a little bit concerned about. I'm not going to lie about. I was like, man, I hope they don't keep those guys strictly at outside linebacker. Like, you can still rush those guys from the outside linebacker spot, but they got to have their hands in the dirt sometimes because what are you going to do with guys like Julian? You picked up Charles Harris. You picked up Reggie Gilbert. Like, those are guys that can kind of get to the quarterback. Like, so you're going to have to play those guys, and they're going to play jack. So they're going to be mainly your jack linebackers and your outside linebackers, whatever you want to call them, man. So I like the D-line. The linebackers, I think, is an absolute train wreck. It's a train wreck still. I don't know where our playmakers are going to come from. We got a 31-year-old guy, Jamie Collins, who's supposed to be a playmaker. And shout out to Avery Giovanni. He's the man. I love watching his videos. If you haven't subscribed to that guy, subscribe to him. He put out a pretty nice video today about Alex Anzalone. Made me feel a little bit better about Alex Anzalone. And he actually put in a little bit of, I think he put in a little clip from some New Orleans Saints guys that came in and talked about Anzalone a little bit. And the one guy was like, don't expect Alex Anzalone to be the guy, but he is probably one of the most athletic linebackers you'll see out there. He's like, he's a playmaking linebacker, but his problem is staying healthy. It's his only real issue. He can play the game. He's a big kid. He's 6'5", 245 pounds, who can run. And he's super athletic, man. Like, if you go watch some tape of Alex Anzalone, go watch him, like some of his Florida tape, some of his tape in New Orleans. Super athletic, man. Very athletic. Playmaking guy. Can get to the quarterback, can play some coverage, stops the run, does a lot of things, man. Like, he's a really good – it's just his issue is staying healthy, and he's never been able to do it since high school. Like, that was the last time the kid could stay healthy. So I do like some of the guys on defense, but I think linebacker is a little bit of a train wreck. And if Anzalone could stay healthy, then they might be able to jump up a little bit more. But other than that, top 15, not yet, bro. Not yet. We're jumping, though. We're going up. Right, Tom?
There's only ways you can go is up.
So no way you can go, bro.
You're the worst.
Can't get any worse,
you were
man.
The worst last year. Can't get any
go to
worse
32. You can go to 32, but man, no way.
Just for the Lions, like y'all gotta be 33. Like, you can't get worse.
Exactly. Artist formerly known as PC Palo. What's up, brother? How you doing? Whitworth is talking retirement. Yeah, he's done, bro. He's done after this year, my man. Gone. Gonzo. They'll be looking for a left tackle next year.
Because he's still playing at an elite level.
He's still playing at a great. He's still playing at an elite level. He's still playing really solid. Yeah, man. He's playing excellent. So, O-line, I don't think is going to be a huge issue. We'll find somebody.
If I remember right, he had a potentially season-ending injury and came back.
That's right. He did, man.
Last year, He was placed on injured reserve, was supposed to be out for the year. He had a torn MCL and a damaged PCL. In week 10,
Oof.
he came back for the playoff game.
Man, that's crazy, man. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's nuts.
The man is a
Wow,
rock.
Mark, this time is different, and that's coming from someone who quit a job to watch the 9-1 championship game. I have some years behind me. I got some years behind me too, brother. I might look young. Not really, but I'm not, man. I'm 48. I've been around. I've been watching this team since the late 70s, man. So, I like what's going on, though, Lion CEO. I do like what's going on. I feel it's a bit different too, but I just want to see it. That's all I'm asking, man. I'm not saying they're going to be bad. I just want to see the difference. Give me hope, man. Victor Bolden should be the returner. Yeah, I'm way behind. I'm way behind here, boys. Sorry, guys. I'm way behind. It's just the way it is. Sometimes you get behind. Let me see. Did I see anything here that I like? Okay. Tone and One Pride 40 still arguing. That was a little bit ago, though. Goff with Brunette. Okay, we are going to have the second, third toughest schedule. And watch, we will end up hitting MFs in the mouth. I hope so, Skino Bino. I hope so, brother. I think we're going to be a tough team. I think we're definitely going to be a tough team. Definitely. But the wins ain't coming this year. If they do, I don't know. I'll eat a hot if they win like 8 games or something, I'll eat one of those hot chips online. One of those Fire Grim Reaper ones. Oof. Should I do that challenge, Tone, or no?
What challenge?
The Lions win like 8 games, I'll eat one of those Grim Reaper chips. Is that smart to do or no? Don't do it?
Don't do it. You putting your life on the line for the Lions.
For real? My life would be on the line?
Oh, that bad? Your tongue could be on the line.
That Grid's supposed to be doing it.
For like a few minutes. I wouldn't bet that on the Lions.
8 wins, though?
I'd knock it down to 5. Do 5. I'd do 5. I wouldn't put 8 wins on the Lions.
No. I'm saying I don't. No. If they win 8 games, I'll eat the chip. I'm not putting it down to 5, man. I think they're going to win 5 playoffs.
Yeah, playoffs.
Okay, I'll put it out there right now. They make the playoffs. I'll eat the Grim Reaper chip. How about that? We got it on tape. It's live. Tone. If the Lions make the playoffs, I'll eat the Grim Reaper chip. Now, knowing my luck, they're going to win the North. So, no, my luck. And that's who Steve-O was talking about. Chad Hansen. That's Chad Hansen, the wide receiver they picked up from Houston. I forgot about him. You remember who that kid was, Tone?
Sounds
big white kid, 6'2", 6'3", 215. What I don't even know what he is, but he actually played with Goff at Cal in college. He played with him. He had a big game last year versus the Colts. Chad Hansen had a real big game versus the Colts when everybody was down. When I think what's his name just got traded. DeAndre Hopkins was gone. Brandon Cooks was hurt. A bunch of guys were hurt. They pulled him up from the practice squad, and his kid went off. Now he's a Detroit Lion. That's what he's talking about. Let me see. Skino Bino. Got a whole year ahead to make a name. I hope so, brother. Want all the cats with the chips on their shoulders and a point to prove. Yep, man. They got a lot of points to prove, brother. Number 20 ranked defense would be good. That'd be nice. That'd be good. I think that's a little too high, too. I'll tell you that right now. I think it's a little too high, 20. But it's in the ballpark. I'm thinking 25, 24, 25. So we're close. We're getting there, Patty Grimes.
The thing you got to worry about is the coverage.
Yeah.
They ain't going to be able to cover nobody.
That's the thing, right? Let's start.
What are you going to do against Kittle? You're going to do it against Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson. Allen Robinson, unless he just leaves, which I mean, I don't know if he's gonna leave right now. Who knows with him? How you gonna
Who
cover these
knows, right?
guys?
Exactly,
I
right?
mean,
Hey, Tone, do you know who we're playing in the preseason? I would play Buffalo. We always play Buffalo. Do you remember who we're playing? Buffalo, Cleveland? Seems to be always Buffalo and Cleveland we play.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe because all these teams have been bad in recent years.
Yeah, who knows, man? But I don't expect too much in preseason, man. It's going to be different, though, seeing 3 games. Coaches are going to want to,
Yeah, we
everything's
played the
going to be
Steelers too.
Steelers, too?
Mm-hmm.
In preseason?
Yep.
Man, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't expect too much in
This will be
preseason,
on
man.
TV.
But yeah, I guess it's all national televised. I think all their games, I think, or the first 2 or something like that, right?
The first 2 are, so I mean, it's better
Yeah,
than
so I think they're going to
better than
national
nothing.
television, which is cool. We're going to get them firsthand. Everything's going to be sped up this year a little bit because it's gone down from 4 to 3. So they're going to need to see these guys play almost immediately. These starters. You might see starters starting right away. You might see them starting game 1. Boom. It's not going to be like before when you just you saw maybe one. You saw your starters out there for one series in game 1, and then they were gone. It might be a little bit different now because there's only 3 games. So you might see game 1. You might see them play like a first quarter, first half. Then you're going to start seeing guys resting because guys are going down, man. You don't want to see players get hurt. We just saw Cam Akers already get hurt. So it's like a dominoes effect, man. When you see a guy get hurt, tomorrow we're going to see someone else go down, man. So coaches got to be a little bit careful, man. But there's going to be a lot of camp battles, man. So we have to get this wide receiver core straightened out. We got to get some things straightened out. We got to see what they're going to do with his D line. So they'll all know, man, before anything else. So I'm not too worried about it. You, Tone, are you worried about what you're going to see in preseason?
I mean, not really, because I don't really expect
Yeah.
much.
Don't expect much, man. Same here,
I
bro.
don't expect much.
Hashtag guys don't play down on our defense. Our coaching is going to come out and give light to this defense. No, bro, I'm just saying. I know they're gonna. I know they're gonna give.
Shine the light, but it's gonna be a whole lot of dust under that light.
That's the thing, man.
It's gonna get you. It's gonna get you decent. It's gonna get you decently far. Now, is it gonna fix that we have bad linebackers? Nah. Is it gonna fix our corner situation? Unless some guy just takes a huge step, which isn't really like a thing that happens at corner. I don't know. Is Will Harris just gonna magically become a good safety now? I wouldn't bet on it.
That's the thing, right? Like
I like the coaches.
I love
like
the coaches.
The D-line, even though the D-line has a lot of questions. It's everything outside of that.
Yeah.
I don't think
I love
these
the
coaches
coaches.
are going to make them cover.
No, they can't make them cover. They're not out there playing for them. I understand that. I understand that a lot of fans like to think that it's 100% on Patricia, and you know what? Maybe 90% of it is, or 80, whatever percentage. Who knows, man? But the thing is, if you're a good football player, you should be able to overcome any type of scheme. Personally, I think that. I don't know about you, Tone, but I like to think, okay, it's a bad scheme. Maybe it's a bad fit.
Good enough,
okay,
you'll succeed in any scheme. Now, depending on who you are, you might succeed in different schemes. You put a guy like Aaron Donald on the Patriots, it might not go as well. He'll still be amazing, but he won't be Aaron Donald. But at the end of the day, if you're that good, you'll be good in any scheme pretty much, unless you're like, unless it's like a true non-fit, like a Roquan Smith played for the Lions last year. Like that would be a horrible fit. But even he would still be good to some extent.
Exactly. But I look up players like Romeo Aquara. I know he was on a contract year, and players tend to play a little bit better on a contract year. I get it. But he was the only guy that played well in a putrid defense. Putrid. Like you can't even this defense makes me want to vomit. That's how bad they were. So he's the only one who stood up and played well. Now, why didn't anybody else do that? You know what I mean? Like maybe someone else should have done that, but we never saw it. So now all of a sudden we got new coaches, new scheme, new this, new that. Like you said, Tone, are they going to be able to all of a sudden automatically cover? Are they going to be able to get to the quarterback better? Maybe because scheme might have something to do with that, but a good player should be able to overcome a bad scheme. It's just I've always thought that. Even when I played football myself, man, I played in some schemes that I didn't get, that I didn't like, but I tried to overcome it, and I tried to play the best of my abilities. And that's what you have to do.
To talk about is a lot of these defensive players were built to run in Patricia's scheme.
Yeah.
Now, whether you think his scheme is good or not, it's basically built to run in that Patriots scheme, and this is kind of pretty much the furthest thing from that. So, some guys like Okuda particularly, because he didn't play a lot of zone in college, might struggle. Tavai, for example, probably would struggle. We just had to see how Tracy Walker's done. He's played a lot more of a big nickel in the NFL
right.
than anything. So how is he going to do move into more of a traditional safety role? I don't know. Same thing with a lot of these guys. Now, some of the defensive linemen, I think, could really take a step forward. Some of these DBs is questionable because they were built for that scheme. That scheme has specific guys who fit in specific places. How are those guys going to adjust to playing in a scheme that might not fit to their strengths? I don't know.
Yeah,
they weren't that good last year, so it's hard for me to believe they're just going to be better in a scheme that fits them worse. Even though if the coaching is going to be better, I don't know if it's going to make them good.
For sure, man. It's just a wait and see approach. I think we're going to improve just as a whole team, defense and offense. I think we'll improve there, just from a team perspective, I guess you'd say. But let's see what happens first. DC8091, thanks, brother, for the $4.99 super chat. Does the Akers injury mean Stafford already brought the Detroit injury bug to LA? No, I don't think that it's Matt Stafford's fault. But
Detroit injury bug gonna hit us in a little while.
It's gonna come.
Time. It always comes back.
Yeah. Give it time. It'll probably show up here. Let's hope it doesn't. Knock on wood. Let's hope it doesn't, though. But we always seem to get somebody that goes down, man.
Injury guys hate us.
I'm waiting for the Austin Bryant to Deshaun Hand injury to come soon in the next couple of weeks. I'm waiting for something like that. I hope it doesn't, but it's almost like it's inevitable. Jorge, old farts like us. Mark, you were behind because your cane doesn't work anymore. Get a wheelchair. Maybe I might need one, Jorge, one day. That's all good, Skino. Sorry, brother. Where we at, man? Where we at? You got great subs, buddy. I got great subs because I click on to a comment and me and Tone talk about it and I just get behind. Sorry guys if I'm behind, man, a little bit, but it's all good, man. I get to the ones that I could see here. That chip can freaking kill you. Don't do it. Maybe not. Playoffs, though? I don't know. They ain't going to make the playoffs, so I think I'm pretty worried about I don't think I'm too scared. Has anybody actually died from eating that chip, Tone?
I don't know. I don't. I mean, somebody might have got overheated, and I wouldn't doubt it. In a bad enough situation, you might. Maybe some people have. I feel like it's a low rate, probably though.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea, eh? Probably not a good idea. Hashtag Mark, you were worried about having a show tonight. Pretty good, sir. Thanks, bro. No, I was just worried. I just, I didn't do any writing. I was kind of busy today. I didn't do much writing. We winged it. Antonio helped me out, man. I'm happy that he came on. It's all good, man. It's tough to talk about what's going on right now in football, man. There's just nothing really going on. June and July it's just a terrible time for football, man. Even May, you know what I mean? So it's rough. I feel like we're just talking about the same things a lot, but it's all good. Hashtag Madness Elite Show. Hashtag I'm excited to see the backups for Goff. Yeah, got David Blau over there, and who's the other guy? Tone Blau and Tim Boyle, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's
Blau and
not
Tim
really going to
Boyle.
matter who the backup is because no matter who the backup comes in, he's not going to have a very fun time. If we think Golf is going to grasp his position, they're
That's
not
the
going to
thing,
be
right?
position either. The thing about
Yeah.
backup quarterbacks, it depends. It's not the quarterback itself. It depends on your situation. I mean,
Yep.
who was the guy for the Rams who came in? Who was in the playoff game?
John Wolford or something?
Yeah, Walford. I wouldn't call him a top backup, but he looked
No.
pretty solid because the Rams have the personnel around him. They have the offensive coordinator around him. The Rams made Taysom Hill look. I mean, the Saints made Taysom Hill look pretty solid, right?
Yeah.
The Panthers made PJ Walker look pretty solid. It's all about who your offensive coordinator is, and that's a real
Yeah.
big thing. Who's your offensive coordinator? There's a reason there's more offensive coaches in the NFL than the defensive coaches, because offensive coordinators, the biggest thing affecting your quarterback. It's the reason why there's so many offensive coordinators, are coaches. They want to keep that continuity. So depends on your offensive coordinator, and depends on the talent around them. It really don't matter who offense the backup. We can have the greatest backup quarterback in NFL history, but it don't matter if the guys around him ain't gonna step up.
Yeah, we need the guys. We need the guys around to step up. Yep, we need the guys around to step up. And I don't know when it comes to this, to these backups. I like David Blau a little bit better. I think he's a little more athletic. Tim Boyle, I don't know too much about. There's some type of cult following though from Green Bay fans that really like this kid. So I guess we'll get to see him in the next few weeks. So let's see what happens there. Hashtag heartbreak. Aside from a few of the ISN hosts, who else will be crushed if Rams actually go or even win the Super Bowl?
The Lions.
Aside from a few of the ISN hosts, who will be crushed if the Rams actually go? Who from the ISN wants the Rams to go to the Super Bowl or go to the playoffs?
No, he's at.
Is that what he's saying?
He said, who else will be crushed if they made it?
No, but he's saying aside from a few of the ISN hosts. So
yeah, because he's saying they're already not gonna like it.
You sure? You sure what that's reading? I thought it's saying aside from the few of the ISN hosts, who will be crushed? Like, okay, maybe I'm reading that wrong. I'm reading it wrong then. I won't like it if they go. That means we got a worse draft pick, right?
So you won't like it, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady won't like it.
No, he definitely won't like it.
No, man. I won't like that, man. I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl. I don't think they're going. So they're going. I think they're going to the playoffs, though, and we're going to be picking in the 20s somewhere. Hashtag Tone. If quarterback has 1.5 seconds to throw, DB ain't that important. Okay. What do you think about that, Tone?
I agree.
But we can.
We didn't get to the quarterback in 1.5 seconds, though. We barely get to the quarterback in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Maybe give us 5. We get there, give us some time. It's like an old lady. Give us some time. We'll get across that street eventually. But
I hope we give quarterbacks 1.5 seconds. I hope we do. That'd be nice. That's the goal.
The way you're really doing that is if like you got a blitz or something.
You've got Lawrence Taylor on your team.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, but since when quarterback? Yeah. Sorry, but since when can a quarterback at 1.5 seconds complete it and get yards? Please give it. You're looking at 3 or so. Yeah. Exactly, brother. We know.
It depends on the play. A lot of plays have. I mean, realistically speaking, you're not getting to a quarterback in 1.5 seconds unless you're blitzing. And most plays have a hot read, which is made for a blitz. So it'll be blitzes, a hot read. Depends if you're talking about what play you're talking about. Talking about an RPO. I mean, technically, a lot of run plays are pass plays too, because a lot of run plays have pass options built into them. It's kind of thing that translated over from college. That's really starting to translate more and more to NFL. So it depends on the play.
100%, man. Bash Darwin mocking me. It probably wouldn't be a good idea, eh? Yeah. It wouldn't be. That shit, man. That shit probably would not be a good idea, but hey, whatever. I've done worse things. Randy Dan, there's a good chance A-Rob will leave Green Bay. That's great news for the Lions. I hope so, brother. I hope so.
We just need to hope, because this is very similar to what happened with Brett Favre. We just need to hope that the Packers didn't stupidly stumble across another Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I know, Jorge. I just read it wrong, bro. I'm sorry. My bad. I thought you were throwing a shot at one of the ISN hosts, and I read it wrong, dude. Sorry, dude. I thought you were saying that a couple hosts wanted the LA Rams to go to the Super Bowl. I was like, no, man, I don't think so. I don't think any of that. That's kind of weird. That'd be weird as Lions fans, right?
Who would really hate that?
Who?
Jared Goff supporters. Anybody who said, anybody who asked the question, well, who was the problem in LA? Hey, they made the Super Bowl. We know who the problem was.
Yeah. Yeah. It would definitely be the Jared Goff supporters. Yeah. They would be like, man, for sure. And then it would be the McVay haters. The McVay haters would run away. You know what I mean? Because, like, there's a mix of them out there. There's a mix of people blaming McVay. There's a mix of people blaming Goff and supporting one another. So you'd see a mixed bag, bro. It'd be funny. But I don't think they're just going to go to the Super Bowl. If they did go to the Super Bowl, I don't think they're not going to the Super Bowl just on Matt Stafford's arm. It's not. That's not the case. But it will definitely take that stink away from Matt Stafford. It would take the stink away. You know what I mean? But I mean, there'd be the same people that hate on him, but that would just say it's not him.
Just because he's with the Rams, Golf made it with him in 2018.
Of course. So it's a lose-lose situation. Can't lose, can't win. Like, who knows, man? Like,
you're never gonna win with those people.
You're never gonna win with that, man. So, Mark, don't forget Sophie Stadium. Billions invested. McVay wanted to do what Tampa did, host and win. Don't be surprised if Rams get. I'm not gonna be. I'm not going to be surprised, like overly shocked.
I'd be
losing Akers. I think losing Akers does put them in the hole a tiny bit. But they do have a good running back in Darrell Henderson. He's no joke. He's not a workhorse or anything like that. But he's a pretty good running back, man. So they'll find someone, and they still got a pretty good defense to fall back on, even though they lost. They lost a lot of that secondary. They lost a couple other guys too on that defense, a couple coaches. So they won't be the number one defense anymore. What's that, Tom?
So all you need is Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald will make every defensive player on your team a superstar. He made Leonard Floyd look from a bust to a solid NFL player. Didn't he have like how many sacks did Leonard Floyd have when he went to LA? First year there. 13? I think he did have like 13, had like 50. He put up a bunch more pressures than he ever did. I mean,
he was awesome, man. And a lot of that's to do with Aaron Donald.
You put an edge guy, because they triple team Aaron Donald, not double team. They will triple team. Yeah, he had 10.5 sacks. Now, for Leonard Floyd, in his first years with Chicago, the highest he ever put up was 7 in his first year.
Right.
The past 3 years combined before that year with the Rams, he had 11.5. So, I mean,
wow.
Just let you know what he did last year.
So, so Aaron Donald makes a difference, man. He makes a difference. Which is crazy.
If you can make Leonard Floyd that good, how is it so hard to put another top guy around him? They had a trade for Jalen Ramsey. You can't get another top passer around Aaron Donald. I mean, he's Aaron Donald.
Weird. It's weird, eh? Imagine if they had another dominant guy there. That'd be scary. That'd be very, very scary.
For any offense. Because then they're like, man, who are we going to block? I mean, they had Fowler for a minute, but he went to the Falcons to get overpaid.
Exactly.
And then he dealt from the same thing. They was like, oh, wait a minute. He was only good because Aaron Donald. Now they got overpaid just sitting on their roster.
Hashtag, does training camp start on the 27th or 29th? I think it's the 27th. You know that, Tone? Is it 27th or 29th? I think it's the 27th, though. Pretty sure that's what it is.
I think
it starts on a Tuesday. Yeah, I think it starts next Tuesday, the 27th. Yeah, we'll be able to talk about it on Orum'S Den. All right, man. So, you think Capers will eventually hire Kevin Green? Kevin Green's dead, bro. Kevin Green died like in 2020. The football, yeah. The guy played for the Steelers. Oh yeah, I mean pushed. Oh yeah, he's dead, bro. Kevin Green died 2020. Yeah, rest in peace, Kevin Green, man. He was a hell of a football player. You never watched him play, eh, Tone? You were way too young. Way too young.
I know of him, but I haven't really seen him like that.
You know of him, yeah. One of the greatest rushing linebackers to ever play the game. Absolute animal. Died too young, man. Way too young. Excuse me, man.
I need to cut some of them wide receivers.
Huh?
There's some Detroit. I need to cut some of these wide receivers. Some of Detroit.
Yeah, we need to see who gets cut from. Right? Is that what you're saying? See which guys get cuts?
Yeah,
is that what you said?
Yeah, I need them.
Yeah.
I need the Rams to cut some guys. I need Washington to cut some guys. Just send them to Detroit. They don't need.
Yeah, Washington's got a few guys that could be cutting, eh?
Yeah, they got a bunch. The Rams, actually, I mean they'll probably keep those 5, so they ain't nothing to talk about. But
yeah, for sure.
Washington got some people. They got a bunch of guys who would start for us probably.
Really, eh? Like who? Like who do you got in mind?
I mean, oh man, I forgot. Man, they got so many guys. I guess the biggest example would probably be Antonio Gandy Golden. He would be interesting. He's kind of one. He's
oh yeah.
He's kind of in that Kenny Galladay brand of guys, just really big, super explosive, not fast, but can just jump high.
Right.
And guys at the catch point. And I mean, he ain't the greatest thing on the earth, but I like him more than most of the receivers on the roster.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't even know they signed Adam Humphrey and I forgot they drafted De'Ami Brown. Man, they need to cut some guys on short.
Oh, they signed Adam. Oh, they signed Adam Humphries? I didn't know that. And they got what? They got Curtis Samuel over there, and they got McLaurin, right? So those are 1 and 2.
Yep, and they drafted De'Ami Brown and everything. Oh yeah, cut Kelvin Harmon too. Send them all to Detroit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Randy Daniel wants to see Sewell versus Donald. Well, I think you might see that sometimes, but I think Sewell. I think you're going to see Sewell up against one of our guards and Ragnow.
I don't know, if I want to see Donald versus.
I don't know if
Sewell wants to see Donald versus Sewell.
Well, let's put it this way, bro. Let's put it this way, man. He goes up against Donald. Hey, the only way to get better is to go up against a guy like that, man. And then when you get humbled, then you either take that in the wrong way. You either take that and go, all right, I got to learn from this because this guy is an absolute friggin' animal. So I'm going to learn from this guy, make myself get better. Or he takes it and he goes into a shell like a tortoise. You know what I mean? And I don't think he's built like that. But the only way to get better is to go up against guys like Donald. So I think that's going to be
Aaron Donald. All you got to really say is it's Aaron Donald. What else can
it's
you
Aaron
say?
Donald, yeah. But Randy Daniels, you might be right though, brother. Yeah, like who knows? Randy Daniels might be right.
I would go like,
yeah.
I can't really think of situations where I said, man, he really shut down Aaron Donald. Like I can't. No, it's not. There's not something you say. It's Aaron Donald. You're gonna lose to Aaron Donald most of the time. Men's Hall of Famer for a reason.
Yeah, he's first ballot. He's already he's first ballot. But hey, Randy Daniels, we might see it. You never know. We might see it in some packages because we've seen Aaron Donald line up as a defensive end. So it's not out of the question. It's definitely not out of the question. That man can line up as a linebacker probably and succeed. He's just such an athlete at that. What's that?
How did the Lions deal with Donald when he lines up against Vitae?
Oof. They better be calling for protection, bro. There better be a help or radar. There better be some type of call out there, bro, that they have for Aaron Donald. And it better be. Because if it's a pass, and if it's one-on-one with Vitae,
they better pick up a phone, do what Shannon Sharp did, call the National Guard, get somebody down here. Because you're not stopping.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want Vitae, bro. They don't want Vitae on Aaron Donald. The Lions don't.
We
The
don't want
Rams do.
anybody on Aaron Donald.
Yeah, we don't. Like the only guy I want blocking Aaron Donald's is Ragnow. That's the only guy I trust right
And I
now.
don't even want him
Is
one-on-one.
Ragnow.
I don't want him one-on-one against Aaron Donald. I don't want nobody one-on-one against Aaron Donald. Double
And it
team
won't
him
be, bro.
every
It won't be
single play.
one-on-one. You know that.
I
You
don't.
know
I
it
don't
won't be
remember- I
one-on-one.
don't. There's clips online of teams triple teaming him. None of them just
Yeah.
blocking him. All of them just standing there like, "Come on." Well, I mean, we're here. You just not gonna run through all of us. You know how much respect the team I have for you to triple team you?
That's nuts, bro. That's nuts that he gets triple teamed.
And they didn't bring a tight end. No, they would literally triple team him with their regular offensive line. I'm just like, that's crazy. I think one of them was in the Saints game. When I
Yeah.
saw that, I was just kind of like, this is crazy.
He's 290 pounds, man. Ripped. You ever seen that dude with his shirt off?
Oh, that dude is a human muscle.
Like it doesn't even. I don't even know. Like, I know he's on something. I know for sure he's on something. I don't care what anybody says. You can be.
Apparently,
You
he's
can
been working
be.
out since he was in like middle school or high school, which
I get it.
I believe
get it,
it.
but-
I mean, look at that man.
I get it, but bro,
Some
nobody.
people is built different.
Some people are built differently. I get it, man. Like
A
no,
perfect example is Myles Garrett.
yeah, but
That
you
guy
can
was
tell
like
Miles. He's got that
bigger.
soft bigness to him, though. You know what I mean? He's got like that. He's big, but he's not shredded. He's not shredded, but he's just big. Man,
He's
6'5".
like a very huge human. Now, Aaron Donald, you look at him, you kind of get scared. Like, how? This man
he's-
is not made in the lab.
Like you're not supposed to look like that, man. You're not supposed to look like that. You don't have abs at 285, bro. Like he has abs at 290, 285, 290, whatever he weighs. That's insane, bro.
Yeah, some.
Like I get it. Genetics, I get it, man. You can have good genetics, but
Yeah,
you
he
can't
was rare
convince
to have
me.
good genetics and started working out at a young age. It's just such a rare combination.
Exactly, man. And he's on something. I don't care what anybody
He's
says.
insanely strong.
Yeah, he's not human, bro. He's not human, man. I follow him on some social media stuff on like Instagram, and some of the workouts he does,
Here's what
doesn't make sense.
I think he's just crazy and lifts a bunch of weights. You ever seen the video of him training with knives?
Yeah, I seen that one where he was getting like, the knife thing for his hands, right?
That man was not holding back. He was moving.
I know.
Aaron Donald's just insane.
I don't know how his
mentally.
I don't know how his team, like the owner or his coach, can let him do that with knives. That's crazy.
I figure
What if one slips, man, catches him in the neck? Catches him in the neck, he's done.
I feel like they probably do it because he's Aaron Donald. They probably say, I mean, if he wasn't doing it, he wouldn't be Aaron Donald.
I guess, yeah, man. I guess, man. That's crazy, man. I don't know. I've seen that, man. It's all for hand placement. It's all for like getting your hands to move, man. I've seen that. Other guys used to do that too back in the day. Was it Randy White? A player called Randy White. You probably heard of him, right?
Yeah, I know what Randy White is.
Played for the Cowboys, man. He was a guy that did like martial arts training with like sticks and knives. He was the same kind of guy, Randy White, man. He was a D lineman. He was an animal himself. He wasn't mentally right in the head though. He was crazy. Phenomenal football player, and he wasn't like Aaron Donald, but he did those same type of workouts. But he's a Hall of Fame football player. He was one of the best I've ever seen. I was really young when I watched him though. But but Aaron Donald's just another specimen himself. Just it's insane. Steve-O's saying that he thinks that Aaron Donald weighs around 260 to 270. No way. He's got to be about 285, 290, man. He's got it. If he's 260, 270.
I think he's like 280, probably around 280.
He's about 280. Detroit Fan Man says he Google says 284. Yeah, that's my guess. 284 for sure. So who knows, man? What is he, like 6 foot? Is he even 6 foot?
It's like 6'1".
Yeah, 6'1".
My teams were scared of him.
I know.
They learned wrong. They clearly learned that was bad idea.
Was he even like? I honestly asked this question because I honestly don't remember. Was he really good in college at Pitt?
Oh,
Was
he
he good?
dominated.
He was a dominant. Okay,
Yeah, he
I
dominated.
just
He
don't
dominated.
for some
Went to the
reason, bro. I
combine,
don't
tore it
remember.
up. Went to the
Yeah.
combine, tore it up. The only thing teams had to say was, "We're scared that he's 6'1", 285." That's all they said. It was nothing
Oh,
else.
okay. For some reason, I just don't remember him in college. I don't know why, man.
I mean, he played at Pittsburgh.
just played at Pitt. Yeah, he played at Pittsburgh.
So, I mean, so you're not gonna. Nobody's gonna talk about you.
What?
He played at Pittsburgh.
But he dominated though. He dominated though at Pitt.
Oh yeah, he dominated.
Okay. All right. I honestly don't remember, man. I remember a lot of Lions fans wanted him in the draft, and I was like, okay, let's grab him.
So,
I didn't really know too much about him.
Oh my. So he had like 2 11-sack seasons. In his last season for Pittsburgh, he had 28.5 tackles for loss, which is insane.
Oof. That's
and
nuts.
11 sacks.
I'm more impressed with the tackles for loss. I love that, man.
Like
I love a guy that can just get to the quarterback.
And 4
That's crazy.
Forced fumbles.
Oof. So just playmaker, right?
Just doing everything.
Man, why didn't we take him, man? Why didn't we take him? We took Eric Ebron. Eric Ebron instead, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Donald came into the NFL weighing 285, but looks more like that. Oh, he looks way trim. He looks super trim, man. He's got abs at 280. It's insane.
Yeah, I think he dropped some fat, put on some muscle. We all know fat.
That's what he did, right?
It's kind of weird, because muscle weighs more than fat, so it's kind of hard to measure, but
100%.
Are they plastic?
Steve-O's saying, yeah, they're saying they were plastic. I didn't know that. Okay, thank you, Steve-O. I didn't know, bro. I thought they were real.
Yeah,
I thought they were real myself. Yeah, I thought they were real too. I didn't know.
Yeah,
I remember seeing the video on it, and I was like, man, that man's crazy.
I do know there's also I do know he does martial arts too, which
right. 100%,
I remember that before it came out about that guy trying to fight Aaron Donald, and I was kind of like, there's no guy who wants to fight Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I don't know why someone wanted to do that.
Large enough. He does martial arts. That's
crazy. Yeah. Yeah, he just knows how to put his hands on you, bro. That's insane. What's going on, Go Lions? How you doing, buddy? We've been on for about 2 hours and 2 minutes, guys. We're going a little bit longer than I thought. You guys got it? Like one more question to answer? If not, I'm going to shut this thing down. I got to go upstairs, be with my family, man. Donald won the D lineman of the year his senior year at Pitt. Yeah, and I wish I would have known a little bit more about him, man. Probably didn't. I didn't really pay much attention. Didn't pay much attention.
We could have had that guy.
Yeah, we could have had him, man. But anyways, bro, we're gonna shut this down, Tone. Thanks. What do you got to say to everybody in the chat, buddy? We went. We're at 2 hours, so yeah.
It's great coming here with you guys today. The Rams have a better offensive line. Just reminding y'all. They're still making the playoffs. We need to hope for a lot more if we want them to get a good pick. And it was great coming in with you guys. I'm going to continue to be more, I guess, negative. Sometimes you got to have a little bit of negativity with positivity. Got to balance it out, especially when you got Mike. Mike is super positive.
Yeah.
So you got to have me to balance it out.
Yeah. Thanks, brother. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you coming on the show tonight, man. I want to thank everybody out in the chat. Thank Tone. Everything's all good here, man. We have some fun with this. Camp is starting. A couple weeks, 27th, I believe, or the 29th. I think it's 27th. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. And what was I going to say? I haven't been dropping any videos, guys, lately because just I got some stuff going on right now. I will have some videos out. I got a couple in the queue, just waiting. It's been a few days actually, but they are coming soon. So Especially, we're going to have a lot to talk about coming up with this camp coming up, man, with the real TC training camp coming up. We love it. So we'll see you guys next Tuesday at 6:30. Peace out, guys. Thanks a lot for having us, man. Have a good night.